just about cooking. It's about exploring and often about chatting. To continue learning, what I really wanted to do was create a kitchen on the net, to share ideas and meet new people. My name is Phoebe Tully, and this is the Kitchenet.
Claire Stevens is a young interior designer to keep an eye out for. You've seen her work already on the design files, shot by our last guest, Toby Scott, Vogue Living, but unfortunately not my house. Claire and her husband Hamish invited me around very early to start slow cooking the pork and compare new farm favourites. We'll be cooking an entree of mussels, followed by pork and coleslaw, and because you aren't full yet, a crumble for dessert.
So for the rub for the pork, what we're doing is just doing a bit of a simple rub, which includes some toasted fennel seeds,
Which you've already toasted.
which we've already toasted, and about a teaspoon-ish of chili flakes, depending on how chili you like it. So that'll do. And then to start with, we just really grind up these two together.
Bringing coleslaw back.
Bringing coleslaw back. Well, there's nothing like coleslaw that really goes with pork. So this one's got a bit of apple in it, some pumpkin seeds to make it a little bit crunchy, and we'll make the mayonnaise. So we pretty much totally refurnish. I guess we would kind of get an idea and do something, and then gradually build up on it. Yeah. So the TV joinery actually went in first, just to get a bit more storage. Into the apartment, and get rid of some of the furniture that was slowly
ease him into start with the sound system.
Yep.
Ease him into the renovations.
Yep, that's exactly right. So I think the only thing we've really got left to do now is the spare bathroom.
I always loved it when my parents were entertaining. So what do you recommend for when people are thinking about this sort of project of their home? Do you often have people who come to you with no idea, or do people come to you when they've thought about it some more?
Gosh, everyone's different.
Sure.
You know, some people are so organised that they've got, their folders and their images, and they've been collecting images on Pinterest for months. And others are really, they've hired a professional they're busy people, and they've hired someone to do it all for them. So, again, it's a very different process for each different job, but there's so much more, I guess, inspiration and resources out there for people to be amateur interior designer.
Sure.
So Pinterest, where there are amazing houses out there, and you get shown an image from someone going, we want to create this. And said, okay, yep, that's totally fine. So, there are those challenges with those resources out there, but it's just something that you work around to show project.
Yeah, keep an eye on that actually. You got to think about it.
Because I was going to ask, people who rent and they can't change anything. What's your advice for people who rent? Because that is just so many of us.
So, I know, I think, be surrounded by pieces that you love. Put stuff on the walls using the 3M hooks.
Yeah.
That's, I think, once you're surrounded with art and pictures on the wall, it starts to become so much more homely and really kind of gives the place a bit of a unique feel. Mm-hmm. If you've got some flooring that you don't like, put a rug over the top. That'll, just hide it a little bit and make it a little bit more, I guess, unique and yours.
Yeah. So what's the rule? There's some rule about kitchen design. There's a triangle between, is it the fridge?
It's generally a fridge, sink and oven.
Right.
With that kind of movement of going to the fridge, to the sink, to the oven.
And it should be as small as possible?
Well, as small as possible. I mean, you can get pretty tiny.
Yeah.
But I think it's still creating enough room to move around comfortably with kind of getting those movements of, you know, getting something from the fridge to put in a pot or, you know, straight from the oven to the sink in a bit of a fluid movement. I don't think that they necessarily need to be right on top of each other, and every house is different as to how close everything can be, you know, working in an existing space. So yeah, so that's yeah, that's pretty much dessert done.
Oh my goodness, so big. Am I gonna finish that? Yeah, maybe that's good. Make the table. Yeah. Any.
Yeah, so it kind of has cut back a bit.
Maybe you just have everyone
With my roll in it, so
So have you got maybe take another piece.
Did everyone get the broth? And you've got to make sure you put it on your bread. And then soak it up.